compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey on January 12th, 2024, adequate notice of this meeting was provided as required by law. Additionally, this meeting is being digitally recorded and live streamed on the Somerset County website. For public access, please email your questions to countyboardmeeting@co.somerset.nj.us. The public may participate in this meeting by calling 908-231-7075. Director Robinson?
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for reflections. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We take a moment of silence as we just came off of Memorial Day weekend to honor and remember the fallen. Thank you. Welcome everyone to our May 28, 2024 work session of Somerset County Board of Commissioners. This agenda and the items on it are for discussion and will be considered at the next commissioner meeting, which is scheduled for June 11th. No action will be taken at this meeting unless the measure and its adoption are needed in a manner necessary to continue county business. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Here.
Commissioner Singletary?
Here.
Commissioner Morano? Here. Deputy Director Suey? Here. Director Robinson?
Here. I'll start off by my reports. Wonderful Memorial Day weekend, honoring the heroes and sheroes that served, that gave their life, which is the ultimate sacrifice. Those who were killed in action or as a result of injuries in serving our great country. I've spent time with the Gold Star families, with a program put on by our Somerset County VOTEC students. And I must say, those students did a phenomenal job. They've been doing it for 17 years. Hopefully they can continue. It was hosted by the VFW in Manville this year. But definitely the families were very appreciative. It is, as they describe, a club that nobody wants to become a member of. But certainly we honor those who lost their lives doing battle in defending this country. And so we shall never forget, and Memorial Day is more about honoring their memory than it is having a barbecue or a long weekend. But certainly as a veteran, I understand and know too well the sacrifices that are made, but certainly my colleagues that lost their lives during battle. Also, election is coming up. Early voting begins tomorrow, so we have 6 locations. The time or the hours of the polls being open are each day 10 a.m. to close at 8 p.m. except for on Sunday, the polls close at 6 p.m. We have offices at every level, going from local government through the presidency. And if you are looking for more information about your polling location or what's to be expected, it's soconj.gov/ELEC2024. Again, early voting, 6 locations, starting tomorrow through Sunday. Polling locations are open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. On Sunday, polls close at 6 p.m. And that website, again, for more information is soconj.gov/ELEC2024. And on Tuesday, June 4th, the Greater Raritan Workforce Development Board is holding a huge job fair from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hindu Temple and Cultural Society on Route 202-206 in Bridgewater. There will be more than 70 employers who are showing up from throughout the Central Jersey area, some of the biggest and best companies out there. So we are all looking forward for the work that they're doing, or if you are looking for work, or if you just want to explore new careers, we encourage you to take a visit to the job fair next Tuesday. And that ends my report. Deputy Director.
Thank you, Director Robinson, and thank you for the invitation for the ball game in honor of our veterans at the Somerset County Patriots Stadium, where Director Robinson showed off her fantastic singing abilities of the national anthem and wowed the crowds once again. But it was a fantastic day. The weather held out, and it was a great time at the ballpark. Later on that day, it was Sunday last week, they had the Asbestos City movie in Manville. It was completely sold out, so that is a good thing for them when the box office is sold out and they're turning people away for the next screening time. So highlighting some of the struggles that Manville has gone through historically. On the 22nd, I attended the Taste of the State, which is a fundraiser for address food insecurity, where we had some of our very own talented chefs and business owners from Somerset County that donated not only like their time but the food for the event. And we're very happy to see Red Horse there again with Chef David Burke, and honoring those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for Memorial Day. We had the Memorial Day that I attended over in Bernardsville. We had our parade and ceremony, and it was fantastic to see some of the people that I really grew up with in Bernardsville there that were honored for their service. And it's one thing that resonates is that the people that have always served, they continue to throughout the community. And for those that of their colleagues who they lost, which is what Memorial Day is really about, is Director Robinson, and thank you for your service too. As also mentioned, that is something that always lives strong to make sure that we do not forget and enjoy our freedoms on that day. And that concludes my report. Actually, one last thing, sorry. We had the tour of Somerville also. It was completely packed, and it started raining, of course, later on in the day, but that didn't stop anybody. People were out there. We had tents around for a lot of the vendors, and we had a VIP tent with the Somerset County Business Partnership and many of our sponsors. We had Unity Bank and many of our other stakeholders in our community. So it was fantastic to see people all out there. And I've never seen a bike race before that up close and personal. And it is an incredible thing to see them they come within a hair of the fence, and they truly are very talented. So that does conclude my report now.
Okay, am I on now? Okay. Oh, I got the one that, no light. All right. Again, thanks to Director Robinson and all the veterans, and especially those who have served and made that ultimate sacrifice. I went to the Stony Brook Elementary School in Branchburg for their commemoration on Friday, and it was a very lovely ceremony with the young students there, with a flag raising and the chorus and the band, and they had invited relatives, parents, grandparents, uncles that are veterans to come to the ceremony too. So it was very, very, very good ceremony. It was very moving, and they did a lovely job. Of note, our pollinator wildflower garden over in Raritan, where the driving range used to be, is doing quite lovely, I hear. So the wildflowers are really springing up, so that project is really taking a foothold. So that's beautiful. It's good to know. We are also in the middle of paving season, so just be cautious when you're driving, please. Our teams are out at work. Our engineering crews have gotten those plans ready in the winter so that the crews can be out there in the spring doing the paving work. So apologies if you do hit a snag in construction delays, but it's all for the betterment of your driving experience going forward. And I also have great news, very exciting news. We closed on another 3/4 of acres of open space. This is a parcel right outside the entranceway of Duke Island Park. So it's really going to beautify our entranceway there. It'll give us additional floodwater easement there for floodwater remediation, for the absorption of water in that area, so this is a great thing. This was a foreclosure, so the sale was rather complicated, so hats off to Tom Pacino and his team for really dealing with a lot of different layers than they are used to dealing with to get this done quickly for everybody's sake. So we will have that land there, and we'll expand our park and make it a little bit more beautiful. So that concludes my report.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. So just a few things. I also attended the Hillsborough Veterans Breakfast in Hillsborough, also the Memorial Day Parade. It was a really nice event. Really, they brought together a lot of the local folks and really helped commemorate all the folks we were just talking about who lost their lives and who we commemorate on Memorial Day. Also marched yesterday in the now reinstated Somerville Memorial Day Parade. That was also a telling event. We actually threw a bouquet of flowers in Peters Brook, which I thought that was a really interesting thing. Also, the ceremony was moving in the cemetery, and as Deputy Director mentioned, the bike races were certainly a way to bring the whole day to a fruition. I stayed through the women's race as well as the final men's race, and that's really a sight to be seen. The rain didn't hold people off. It was definitely really beneficial for Somerville, and also just I think the women's race, the woman who won, Corinne, I forgot her last name, but she was world ranked, won 79 major titles, and she took it out at the end, and it was just almost a photo finish, but she won the race, and it was just really exciting to be right there at the finish line. So that's great for Somerville. Also, to commemorate or kick off summer season, encourage you all to attend the Rose Day Festival at Colonial Park at the Rudolph Vandergoot Rose Garden on Saturday, June 8th, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is always a really special event at the Rose Garden. The roses are now in peak bloom. The folks who work in the garden just do an incredible job really maintaining that part of Colonial Park, the Rose Garden, and all the other vegetation around it. It's a free event. It'll be a festival hosted by the Somerset County Park Commission at 156 Metlers Lane. You can park in parking lot A. You can walk over. Admission is free, as I mentioned, but donations are appreciated. The event is open to all ages. Will be held rain or shine, though pets are not permitted actually in the Rose Garden itself. And you can participate and see over 3,000 beautiful roses while also enjoying live entertainment, food trucks, craft vendors, and picnicking on the lawn, and activity stations for children, and rose plants will also be available for sale. So that's a great thing. Also, within our senior disability office, they're hosting a series of Somerset County certified evidence-based health and wellness programs. That'll be taken forth now for the next couple of months. There's actually 6 programs you can sign up for. If you're 60 or above, there's a BioGiasize, which is a bingo size, which is really combining bingo with exercise and activity. So that should be a fun event. And then you can also eat smart, move more, and weigh less. Now, I plan to partake in that myself. It's an online weight management program that uses evidence-based strategies to help participants achieve and maintain a healthy weight. There's an enhanced fitness program. Also, I'll have to partake in that. It's a low-cost, arthritis-friendly, evidence-based group exercise program. There's a Jerry Fit, which is physical activity geared towards helping relieve chronic disease and self-management support for older adults. And there's a Tai Chi program, which is always really high demand for helps with arthritis and fall prevention. And then there's a program regarding walking with ease, helping to design and help individuals with, particularly those with arthritis and other joint-related issues, to improve their mobility and reduce pain. It's developed by the Arthritis Foundation. So class sizes are limited. Registrations are available on a first-come, first-served basis, so please sign up. You can go to the county website and obviously partake in those. And then finally, with regard to the Central Jersey Housing Resource Center, as we look at housing in Somerset County and really throughout the country, there's a need for housing, simply affordable housing. And the Central Jersey Housing Resource Center does an incredible job. They're a HUD-certified housing counseling agency, and they offer free housing and financial literacy counseling services. And there's 2 webinars that they're hosting. One will be, I want to rent an affordable unit, how do I begin? And it's a webinar hosting on June 4th, 2024 from 6 to 7. And you can register online for that webinar. And also there's a 2-day virtual homebuyer webinar on June 25th and June 27th. And those participants who partake in both seminars actually would be able to get a certificate, which helps with your mortgage applications themselves. So again, we're looking at the Central Jersey Housing Resource Center as being a real asset to the community. If you're interested in looking for affordable housing, they are the place to go. That's the end of my report. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So the Greater Raritan One-Stop Career Training Services Center they're having a career cafe on May 31st in June and on June 28th. So if you're a job seeker and you want to learn more about the services that they provide, you can visit the One-Stop Career Center on those dates, May 31st, June 28th, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Right here in Somerville, 27 Warren Street. Director Robinson mentioned the job fair on June 4th at the Hindu Temple. Today, I visited the Food Bank Network of Somerset County along with Colleen Marr and Zach. This is part of our ongoing discussion we've been having to see how the county can better support our food banks throughout the county. We had a good conversation, a tour of their facility. And also for Memorial Day weekend, I spent the day in my hometown of North Plainfield. They actually have about, I think, 5 different ceremonies from 9 to 12. Every 30 minutes, they go to a different location around town. They had a very nice one at Memorial Park, good turnout, so I was glad to be able to thank all those who have served and sacrificed. So that's my report for now. Thank you.
Thank you. We move right along. We have Employee Recognition Committee Award, Gail Allen. Come on down. Who has a case right there? Kelly's looking for you. That's okay. We're going to recognize Gail anyway since she's here.
You know,
Improvise.
some jazz hands.
So, don't worry about it. Gail, you're being recognized.
Thank you.
For the great work that you do. I often say our greatest resources are our people, our staff. So you make us look good. I've probably seen you once or twice, so you probably stay in the background. But you're the kind of staff member that allow us to do what we need to do. But you keep the lights on. You keep the machine going. You're part of the brain trust that the residents get to enjoy all the amenities and services that we offer here in Somerset County. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the department and what you do?
Well, yes, okay. I didn't prepare anything. I can't even say enough about Monica Mulligan. If it weren't for her, I would not have made it almost 24 years so far as a county employee. And Mike Frost, I don't even know how to put into words what great leadership you've provided and how much we're going to miss you. It's been an honor to work under both of you. But I also wanted to say to the commissioners, my family settled here in Somerville 115 years ago. Most of my family still lives in the county. I've worked here for 24 years, and I greatly appreciate the investment that you make in the employees so that we can bring our A game to the residents who I happen to be related to. But it makes a difference because your investment in me as an employee has enabled me to really work with the most marginalized citizens of our community. So I work in juvenile institutional services. We work with the families who are really pushed to the sidelines a lot and have the hardest way to go. And I hope that Monica and I and Raquel and Alima have been able to really plant some seeds in our youth, the ones that need it most, and I hope that those will take hold later on. So thank you for supporting me and us in being able to do that.
So Monica, since you recommended her, and as you're coming, please come up, you can take pictures. And this is what Monica wrote. Congratulations. I am pleased to inform you that Monica Mulligan has nominated you for a Professional Achievement Award, and you have been chosen as the recipient. The ERC congratulates you for receiving your Juvenile Justice and Youth Development Certificate from Rutgers University, RU, after completing 64 hours of course study over the last 12 months. The committee cordially invites you to attend one of the commissioners' meetings, which was today, to allow us the opportunity to be able to recognize you for a job well done, but also you being recommended by Monica Mulligan for all the work you do. So kudos go to her for recognizing all the work you do. And we're going to take some pictures. Mike, Zach, do you want to come up as well?
Bruce, come on down.
Still on
If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have made it through the pandemic, so come on. Yeah. He's my arm candy. Thank you.
Just improvise. We have several communications, one from the County of Warren Board of County Commissioners regarding Resolution 35224, opposing A410, notice of filing of public hearing regarding JCP&L, docket number Q023120872, notice of filing of public hearing regarding JCP&L, 2023 Rider RRC, filing docket number ER 240-20075. Engineer?
Good evening. Resolution 24-1100 is authorizing the execution of a shared service agreement between the County of Somerset and the Borough of Peapack and Gladstone for curb extensions and ADA-compliant curb ramps on Main Street at Willow Avenue. 24-1101 is approving plans and authorizing receipt of bids for intersection improvements, Mountain Boulevard Extension, Washington Valley Road Extension, and North Road, Warren Township, New Jersey, contract 24008. 24-1102 is approving plans and authorizing receipt of bids for horizontal curve signage plans, various municipalities in Somerset County, contract 24009. 24-1103 is authorizing application of funds from the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority for local safety improvements to Somerset Street from First Avenue Lyman Street to US Route 206 and Somerset Street Old York Road from First Avenue Lyman Street to Cole Sanita Way Canal Street.
Resolution 24-1104, authorizing the release of a performance surety for the construction of a 28-unit apartment building with 32 parking spaces located at Block 7, Lot 29, along West Main Street, County Route 533 in Bound Brook, and on file with the County Planning Board as BB 139S, total $24,986.
Resolution 24-1105 is authorizing a 1-month extension of addendum number 3 to the master service agreement S005 between the County of Somerset and the State of New Jersey Judiciary Administrative Office of the Courts. previously entered into with the State of New Jersey Judiciary Administration Office of the Courts for certain services that are performed by the county for the Superior Court, Somerset County Vicinage. The addendum covers the time period of August 1st through June 30th, so this is extending it through July 31st. 241106 is authorizing the execution of the Uniform Shared Service Agreement with the Somerville Borough Fire Department. And 241107 is authorizing the execution of the Uniform Shared Service Agreement with the Somerville Borough Rescue Squad.
Resolution 241108 is authorizing my office to utilize the provisions in the local public contracts law to prepare a scope of work for proprietary goods or services in regards to ESRI, which is our GIS software. It's no longer on state contract.
Amending Resolution 231160 adopted on June 13th, 2023, authorizing the Somerset County Department of Health to apply for and accept funding from the New Jersey Department of Health, Enhancing Local Public Health Infrastructure Grant, Year 2, awarded up to $2 million from July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2025. The amendment is an additional year of the grant program.
For the County Clerk's Office, 241110 is authorizing the purchase of annual maintenance agreement from SHI International Corp. Out of Somerset, New Jersey for the Harris Acclaim recording software for the Somerset County Clerk's Office, utilizing the Bergen County Co-op contract CK04 22-24, total not to exceed $63,239.29.
241111 is award of contract for JCC 0019-24 to 6 separate vendors. This is for the open-end cooperative pricing bid for janitorial supplies for the Somerset County Jail and all divisions. It's the first year of a 2-year contract.
Twenty-four 1112 is award of contract to RS NAPCO out of Lyndhurst, New Jersey for reprographics, construction plan reproduction, and plotting supplies for the engineering division, an open-ended contract, total not to exceed $10,000. 24-1113 is award of a contract, state contract to Asphalt Paving Systems out of Hamilton, New Jersey for the 2024 microsurfacing and slurry seal pavement system, amount not to exceed $850,005.81. 24-1114 is authorizing change order number 2 and final payment for TR Weniger, Inc. out of Piscataway, New Jersey for irrigation improvements at Warrenbrook Golf Course, Warren Township. Contract number 22021, as the as-bid contract is $2,021,183.50. The final contract amount is $2,269,177.33, and includes previously approved change order number 1 in the amount of $248,219.85. This is change order number 2, which is a decrease of $226.02.
Resolution 241115, award of contract to French and Prillo Associates for the preparation of an application to the Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund for Block 117, Lot 4, Raritan Borough, Somerset County, New Jersey, amount not to exceed $14,200, also known as the Hunt property. 241116, award of contract to Nigerian Associates for site investigation activities in connection with the acquisition of Block 165, Lots 1, 2, 3, and 13, and Block 169, Lot 3, Hillsborough Township, Somerset County, New Jersey, amount not to exceed $140,300, and this is the Hillsborough Country Club.
24-11-17 is award of contract for various vendors for uniforms for various county departments and park commission, as well as a cooperative bid. Contract CC-0004-24, first year of a 2-year contract.
Resolution 24, 1118 for the Office of Operations and Planning. Award of a contract to New Hope Integrated Behavioral Health for Connection to Recovery Housing in the amount of not to exceed $7,000. And another contract to Community in Crisis for peer recovery pop-ups in the amount not to exceed $30,000 for the period March 1, 2024 through February 28, 2025, total not to exceed $37,000.
Good afternoon. Resolution 24-1119. Award of contract to New Hope Integrated Behavioral Health for connection to recovery housing. I don't think that's my resolution. Authorizing a purchase from Computer Square out of Keysby, New Jersey for InfoShare annual maintenance utilizing New Jersey state contract, total not to exceed $87,200. Thank you.
(24-1120) is award a contract to multiple vendors for our refuse disposal services. Second year of a 2-year contract, total not to exceed $48,000. 24-1121 is authorizing the purchase of accessories for our Ventrac tractor. It's a broom spreader, drop, SSV, sorry, I don't know what that is, and a storage basket. Is total not to exceed $10,677.30. 24-1122 is award a contract to multiple vendors. This is for our electrical underground structures. Second year of a 2-year contract, total not to exceed $43,913.56. 24-1123 is award a contract to multiple vendors for recapping tires and solid tire replacement. Second year of a 2-year contract, total not to exceed $20,000.
Resolution 24-1124, this is authorizing certifications of funds for previously awarded contracts to Shane Schaefer, Jason Lamparello, Malone, and Capuzzo for professional legal services in the County of Somerset on a as-needed basis for calendar year 2024, total not to exceed $165,000. County Clerk, approval to pay a confirming order to Photonics Document Solutions out of Hackettstown, New Jersey for image sync software, total not to exceed $7,205.81. County Clerk again, approval to pay a confirming order to Wilentz, Goldman, and Spitzer out of Woodbridge, New Jersey for legal services, total not to exceed $50,654.24.
24-1127 is authorizing the certification of funds for previously awarded contracts, total not to exceed $460,040.66.
Okay, I apologize in advance. We have a lot of these ones. 24-1128 is an insertion of a special item of revenue into the budget for the New Jersey Department of Health Farmers Market Program in the amount of $2,157. 24-1129 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Health Childhood-Led Exposure Prevention Project in the amount of $12,500. 1130 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services County Innovation Program grant in the amount of $18,993. 1131 is insertion of a special item of revenue into the budget for the New Jersey Department of Children and Families 2024 formula-based for the Child Advocacy Development Grant in the amount of $19,460. 241132 is insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Transportation, Bridge D1302 Pottersville Road, in the amount of $36,135.64. 241133 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Attorney General's Office National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $47,869.99. 1134 is another insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $52,067.45. And just so you guys know, these ones for the National Opioid Settlements are from different sources. That's why they're broken out in different insertions. 1135 is insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $58,187.56. 1136 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $62,675.35. 1137 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the State of New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program, also known as JAG, in the amount of $63,088. There's an in-kind match appropriated in the Somerset County Prosecutor's salary and wage budget. 1138 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $80,177.80. 1139 is an insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $82,082.69. 1140 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Juvenile Justice Commission SCP Program Management Funds in the amount of $90,000. 1141 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Juvenile Justice Commission Family Court Funds in the amount of $142,188. 1142 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety Juvenile Justice Commission SCP Program Services Funds in the amount of $324,522. And 1143 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the National Opioid Settlement in the amount of $507,330.67. 1144 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Health County Health Infrastructure Funding Grant in the amount of $764,612. 1145 is the insertion of a special item of revenue for the New Jersey Department of Transportation Pickett Place County Route 567 Bridge C0609 in the amount of $830,978.34. And 1146 is the payment of claims and the ratification of the same.
$24,1147 for the Office on Aging and Disability Services, approval to pay confirming order to Saker ShopRite, Inc., New Jersey, for the purchase of flowers for the Senior Center, total not to exceed $45. $24,1148, also for Aging and Disability, authorizes certification of funds for previously awarded Whitson contract for purchase of meals, total not to exceed $18,900. 1149 for Community Development, authorizes the decrease of purchase orders for Community Hope and Raritan Valley Habitat for Humanity, total not to exceed $83,592.71. Resolution 241150 for the Office of Operations and Planning, authorizes allocation to various human service agencies for this public safety net for the period January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2024, total not to exceed $2,053,940. And 1151 for Richard Hall Community Health and Wellness Center, Approval to pay a confirming order to Round Hill Risk Partners, LLC of Chatham, New Jersey, for the purchase of professional liability insurance for Richard Hall Community Health and Wellness staff for the period June 1, 2024 to June 1, 2025, total not to exceed $37,747. It's appropriate that I finish with Richard Hall, I think.
Resolution 24-1152, approval to pay confirming order to RWJ University Hospital, Somerset, for police and fire retirement system physicals, total not to exceed $200. 24-1153, approval to pay confirming order to Tijani Productions Incorporated for conducting interactive traffic seminars at local high schools, total not to exceed $11,200. Thank you.
241154, approval to pay confirming order to Zoo Fall Health Centers of Dover, New Jersey for child health clinics, total not to exceed $13,410. 241155, approval to pay confirming order to Zoo Fall Health Center of Dover, New Jersey for reproductive health services, total not to exceed $14,073.
24-1156 is approval to pay confirming orders to SDG for electronic cell gate repairs and Millennium Mechanical for refrigerant disposal, total not to exceed $3,389. 24-1157 is approval to amend and increase R24-535, confirming order by $100, total not to exceed $6,399.27. 24-1158 is authorizing certification of funds for previously awarded contracts to Millennium Mechanical for HVAC maintenance and repair, total not to exceed $17,508. 24-1159 is approval to pay confirming orders to Colgate Paper Stock for commodities, total not to exceed $23,067.01. 24-1160 is approval to pay confirming orders to Rico USA for office copiers, total not to exceed $406.75. 24-1161 is approval to pay confirming orders for parts and multiple parts and repair vendors, total not to exceed $28,539.84. wait till you click it over. 24-1162 is approval to pay confirming orders for parts and repair vendors, total not to exceed $37,659.71. 24-1163 is approval to pay confirming orders to fuel and fuel software vendors, total not to exceed $100,109.99. 24-1164 is authorizing certification of funds for previously awarded contracts for parts and repairs, total not to exceed $277,000.
Is there a motion to add the above resolutions 24-1100 through 24-1164 to the consent agenda for our June 11th meeting?
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes.
Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes.
Did you want items to be added for adoption at the May 28, 2024 regular meeting? First one is 241073, authorizing a shared service agreement between the County of Somerset and the County of Morris for the provision of detainee facilities. 1074 is approval to pay a confirming order to various contractors on behalf of the Greater Raritan Workforce Development Board.
Good evening. R24-1075, authorizing award of contract to DMT Solutions Global Corp. of Danbury, Connecticut for the purchase of election equipment to the Somerset County Board of Elections, General Election 2024, total not to exceed $342,800.
$1076 is authorizing award of contract to Mills and String Architects LLC for the preparation of the Somerset County Semi-Quincentennial Interpretive Plan Concept Document Phase 1, total not to exceed amount of $120,495.
Resolution 24-1077, award a contract to SHI, Somerset, New Jersey, for the purchase of HPE Digital Backup Network Solutions and Storage Array, utilizing the New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Alliance, total not to exceed $47,364.18.
24-1078 is authorizing the Department of Public Works to accept a LEAP grant. This is for a street sweeping collection facility in the amount of $400,000. This will be used for multiple municipalities to bring their street sweepings, and they will pay part of the disposal, but will house it in Hillsborough at our Somerset, at our Road and Bridge facility. 24-1079 is award a contract for M4 Public Sector for maintenance and support for information technology, first year of a 3-year contract, total not to exceed $45,272. This is for the software that we do all of our cost accounting for our Public Works divisions.
Is there a motion to add resolutions 24-1073 through 24-1079 to our agenda for our 6 o'clock meeting? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes, with extension from 1073.
Abstention from 24-1073 noted. Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes. This is the public portion of our meeting where anyone from the public may come up and speak. 5 minutes, no yielding of time, no coming up a second time. Is there a motion to open to public?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Anyone from the public wishing to speak at this time?
We did receive a message from our good friend Harry Boslag, 1243 Canal Road, Franklin. He starts off with a quote that democratic socialism is one train stop away from communism. He wants to remind us that there are 47,000 Chinese military troops accounted for in the U.S. and 3,000 that have gone missing. With regards to veterans, he believes they should be paid between $7 and $11 million for the mental anguish that they were caused by sending them into a losing war. This caused several severe mental health issues and have caused high suicide rates, and that the crooked government owes veterans much more than they get from the government. And that's all I have.
All right. Hearing nothing else, seeing no one else wanting to come forward, is there a motion to close the public portion of this meeting?
Motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. We will move on to our regular 6 o'clock meeting. And as our guests are coming in. So this is a bittersweet moment. And this is an appreciation for Michael J. Frost. So Mike, come down, please. So I'm not going to read it all, but this is just a testament to the work that Mike has done here in the borough and the county for many decades. And it says, in appreciation of Michael J. Frost's 4 decades of mental health leadership at Somerset County. Whereas Mr. Michael J. Frost, LCSW and ACSW, will retire on June 6, 2024, after a 4-decade career at Somerset County, where he has served as a family therapist, program director, clinical director, executive director of Richard Hall Community Wellness Center, and for the last decade as Human Services Department head. And whereas Michael designed and was the inspiration for the Allies intensive outpatient program for adolescents struggling with mental health issues, leading a team of family therapists, and an art therapist in helping support our kids and their families through difficult challenges using creative expressions. And whereas Michael was instrumental in the design of existing Richard Hall Community Wellness Center, doubling its footprint, thus allowing Somerset County to expand services to the community. 4 decades, I'm going to read the entire thing. And whereas under Michael's watch, Somerset County expanded Richards Hall services to include dental and medical care in addition to mental health services. And whereas in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, an opioid drug epidemic, and a national mental health crisis, Michael played a crucial role in the launch of Community Outreach Van, the creation of a Community Police Alliance Coordinator Program, and initiated a mental health navigator program to help residents find much-needed services. And whereas Michael was led with curiosity and creativity, developing an outstanding team of mental health care and substance use recovery professionals, social workers, and human services administrators who, like him, understand the vital role of helping colleagues and who will continue to do exceptional work for many years after his retirement. Whereas Michael has been described by his staff as motivated by a special calling, a man who cares deeply about helping people at all stages of their lives, and has been a beacon of light in the lives of community members who have been touched by his presence. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Somerset County Board of Commissioners does hereby express its profound gratitude for Michael J. Frost, his leadership in the field of mental health and wellness, and particularly for his commitment to caring for the people of Somerset County. We wish him all the best in his well-earned retirement, and is signed by your 5 Somerset County Board of Commissioners.
Well, so here's all I'm going to say. I'm going to bring this home and show it to my wife, because she'll say, who is this about? She won't say that. It's really hard to know what to say after 41 years in this run. And most of what I have to say will appear in my very last Human Services newsletter column coming out next Monday. But for now, I will simply say this is about the staff. Every one of these programs that was mentioned wasn't mine, with one exception. The Allies program sprung from my head many years ago. But everything else is the work of other people who have been committed to this process and the hard work of doing good things for people every single day. I cannot have imagined, really, a better run. I want to thank this board in particular. Oh, you're all over there now. This board in particular. I have worked for many commissioners and freeholders in my 4 decades, but this group has been a real pleasure to work for, and I mean that in every way. And I'm going to single out, embarrassing you one more time, Paul Drake, who I will easily say has been the best friend County Human Services has ever had as an elected official and liaison. He's been just tremendous. So that's it. I'm going to go somewhere and play a guitar in the next couple of weeks, but I thank you all for this.
So the commissioners will take a picture, but then I want his staff to please come up and take a picture with Mike, please.
Oh, I'm trusting DeMarco not to do that.
Group picture. Joanne, get in the back.
I got you, Joe, I heard that. I just came to take a picture of Joanne. See, I have my friend. Yes? I'm taking a picture because Joanne's friend is here. Yes, Joanne? Yeah.
Are we stacking?
No, yeah, I want this line. I don't know if I'm getting everybody.
That's so close.
Everybody's looking in the front.
Don't block Paul's face.
Should we all point at him?
Good try.
So before we do the presentations, I know the Constitutional Office poster contest, we're going to move on to the two proclamations for AAA and NHPI Heritage Month and Gun Violence Awareness before we move to the presentation. And while Commissioner Morano is coming down to make the presentation, I did fail to mention, as we talked about, Prince Rogers, we did do the unveiling of the rock and the plaque at Prince Rogers Field last week, in part to Joyce Allen and her efforts and partnership with the Somerset Patriots. So they're doing much more work than working with the baseball players and TD Bank Ballpark, but actually involving themselves with the community work. So kudos to the Califer family and the Somerset Patriots for doing a phenomenal job with the community.
Thank you, Director. Let's start with the AA and NHPI Heritage Month, and I believe I have a bunch of people here, so come on up.
I see more folks, so come on up. Sheriff's Department?
But this month is, we're just catching the tail end. Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, that's the next one. As we know, May is an Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we have with us some sheriff's officers and elected officials, our mayor of Montgomery Township, our township committeeman Dennis Hahn. We have our councilwoman from Franklin Township. So we've got sheriff's officers representing all this community. So thank you so much for all coming. Chief, I appreciate you coming out. I think you guys have a council meeting tonight too, so we're gonna move this along. Whereas in May of 2024, it's designated Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month by the Congress of the United States. And whereas May was selected to honor Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islanders to commemorate the arrival of the first Japanese immigrants in May of 1843 and the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in May of 1869, with the majority of the workers being Chinese immigrants. And whereas AA and NHPI, who have newly arrived and those whose families have called America home for generations, are a valued part of the history of our great country and a defining force in the soul of our nation. And whereas according to the United States Census, Somerset County is home to more than 70,000 residents of AA and NHPI ancestry, and whereas residents of AA and NHPI ancestry live in all Somerset County communities and make significant contributions in art, culture, business, civic engagement, faith, leadership programs, mentorships, and volunteering, and whereas recognizing the contributions and successes of residents of an Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander ancestry encourages their ongoing participation and continued accomplishments. So now therefore be it proclaimed that the Somerset County Board of Commissioners does hereby recognize May 2024 as Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and urges all citizens to be aware of and applaud the contributions and successes of those sharing in this heritage. So.
Yes, so let me get a couple. Yeah. There's one more. Oh, that's the other one? The next one? That's my husband. Move a little closer. Yeah.
You got it.
Flanking.
This way, this way.
Yeah. We get this in the middle. Stand up. We're gonna sit down. Stand up. Oh, that's a good idea. Perfect.
Thank you. And thank you. I think it's very
First of all, I want to thank the commissioners for making sure that this is recognized, and I think it's so important. As I always say, representation matters, and when things like this happen, it's not only within our county, it gets recognized all over the nation. So again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
And we love to see our government represented of the people, by the people, for the people. So our government should look like our people. So it's lovely to see those serving in government in both elected capacities and as staff working for the government. So thank you. Thank you for all you've done and your heritage that supports all the great successes in this nation. And now I will turn it over to the Wear Orange team. So come on up. I've got everything there for you. I can even hold my orange Yeti. I just need to get it etched in there. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. I love it. I love it. Bring them on. How are you? Good to see you again. How's things? Oh, thank you. I feel good. It just makes you happy. You know? Yeah, I got to keep it going. I got it all down. Hello, so let me read another proclamation for us. Okay. So June, we're jumping from May AAPI month to June a little bit in advance for June 7th, 2024, which is National Gun Violence Awareness Day. Whereas every day more than 120 Americans are killed by gun violence and more than 200 are shot and wounded, and Americans are 26 times more likely to die by gun homicide than people in other high-income countries. And whereas on average 427 people die and 874 are wounded annually by guns in New Jersey, a crisis that costs this state $5.3 billion each year, $168.9 million of which is paid by taxpayers. And whereas protecting public safety in the communities they serve is the highest responsibility of elected officials, and support for Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens goes hand in hand with keeping guns away from people with dangerous histories. And whereas county commissioners, mayors, and law enforcement officers, in partnership with local violence intervention activists and resources, know their communities best and are the most familiar with local criminal activity and how to address it, and are best positioned to understand how to keep their citizens safe. And whereas gun violence prevention is more important than ever as we see an increase in firearm homicides, non-fatal shootings, increased calls to suicide and domestic violence hotlines, and increase in city gun violence. And whereas in January 2013, Hadiya Pendleton was tragically shot and killed at age 15, and on June 7th, 2024, to recognize her 27th birthday, people across the United States will recognize National Gun Violence Awareness Day and wear orange, because hunters wear orange to announce themselves to other hunters when out in the woods, and orange is a color that symbolizes the value of human life in tribute. And whereas by wearing orange on June 7th, all Americans can raise awareness about gun violence and honor the lives of gun violence victims and survivors. And whereas we renew our commitment to reduce gun violence and pledge to do all we can to keep firearms out of the hands of people who should not have access to them and encourage responsible gun ownership to help keep our families and communities safe. So now therefore be it proclaimed that the Somerset County Board of Commissioners recognizes June 7th, 2024 to be National Gun Violence Awareness Day and encourages all citizens to support their local community's efforts to prevent the tragic events of gun violence and to honor and value human lives. And that is signed by your 5 county commissioners. So who would like to speak a little bit about this? Please do.
So thank you so much. Terrible time to have a frog in your throat, isn't it? I recognize some of your faces from some of our other events, and we just want to thank you so much for recognizing National Gun Violence Awareness Day and Wear Orange Weekend. You're joining hundreds of elected officials across the state and the country who are acknowledging the month of June with similar proclamations. Moms Demand Action is a grassroots movement of moms, dads, students, survivors, educators, gun owners, and concerned citizens that are working together to fight for public safety. We want to protect our communities from gun violence, and we are the largest gun violence prevention group in the United States, with groups in every state across the country. Now I got to just turn the page. Okay. So we are here tonight as volunteers with Moms Demand Action of Somerset and Hunterdon counties, and we especially appreciate your support this year. As you may have heard, the town of Somerville has been in the spotlight recently, and residents have organized to oppose the opening of a gun and ammunition shop in a strip mall located on a busy street less than 1 mile from an elementary school, a daycare center, and a church. And while the shop is legally zoned, the swift and passionate action of the Somerville residents has brought about two important things into public awareness. One is that the Somerville Borough zoning laws, which allowed this to happen, are terribly antiquated and do need to be updated, and so the residents would like to work with the committee next month on updating those zoning laws. And two, that it's believed that local lawmakers acted quickly without full transparency to the public and without consideration or any communication at all with the local school or local police. So we do appreciate your willingness to make public safety a priority, and we value your support and partnership with Moms Demand Action. And we want you to know that we do provide public education for safe and secure storage of firearms. We understand the cat is out of the bag, it's not going back in, but we do want to do everything that we can to make sure that people who do choose to have a firearm know how to store it responsibly, especially when there are children and teenagers in the home. And so we do have a program where we go out into the public and we educate people about that. We also have a program that teaches about extreme risk protection orders in New Jersey, which are very important in keeping family members safe and having firearms removed from the homes of people who potentially pose a risk to themselves or others. We have had some pushback with these programs because people don't want to talk about it. They view it as political. But in our minds, it's public safety, it's education, and it really shouldn't be a political matter. It's a matter of public health. So we would love to brainstorm with you sometime, not tonight, after this, about how maybe we can break some barriers and get out into the community and do some education so that we can make our communities safe. So I'm just going to leave you with some information before we leave and just let you know that we look forward to working together to break the cycle of gun violence. And we hope that with your support, we never feel indifferent or defeated because we believe it doesn't have to be this way. So thank you so much.
Okay, now we have our constitutional officers poster contest. Clerk Steve Peter and Surrogate Tina Jallo.
It's my turn. Good evening, everybody. I'm here with Steve Peter, clerk in Somerset County. I'm Tina Jallo, surrogate in Somerset County. And we're here to announce the winners of the Somerset County poster contest, which we have children from all over the county make posters and tell us what's important about Somerset County. Students who are here know they're the winners, and I know they're sitting here anticipating to be called up. So let's start with our first place winner, Jasmine Powell. She wins a $100 gift certificate. Got it. Okay. Our second place winner is Tori Hampton. And she got a $50 gift certificate. And our third place winner is Leslia Vroom. And she gets a $25 gift certificate.
Roger got the memo for the color.
Turn it on. Turn it, no, push it.
Okay, these children have done an exceptional job, so let's give them a big round of applause.
So we look forward to their posters being hung in the hallways downstairs? No? Okay. We want to, because we want to see them. We want to be able to see them. So congratulations to all the contestants. Go Girl Power. They were all females. So we have the approval of the minutes, our May 14, 2024 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the above listed minutes? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary? Yes. Commissioner Morano? Yes. Deputy Director Sui? Yes. Director Robinson?
Yes. A motion to approve resolutions 24-1000 through 24-1014.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes.
Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes. Motion to approve resolutions 24-1015 through 24-1024.
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes.
Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve resolutions 24-1025 through 24-1072?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes.
Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve resolutions 24-1073 through 24-1079? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drake?
Yes.
Commissioner Singletary?
Yes.
Commissioner Morano?
Yes, abstaining from 24-1073.
Abstention from 24-1073 noted.
Thank you.
Deputy Director Sui?
Yes.
Director Robinson?
Yes. Now we move on to the public portion of our meeting, this meeting. 5 minutes, no yielding of time, no coming up a second time. Is there a motion to move to public?
Motion.
Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. We're all family. Anything on the phone? Okay. Seeing none, hearing none, is there a motion to close the public portion of this meeting?
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. We will now move into executive session. I'll turn it over to County Council.
Correct. There is a need to go into executive session. Purpose of it is to discuss pending litigation in a matter filed against the county in Dela Cruz versus Somerset County. No action will be taken, and we will adjourn directly therefrom. So if there is a motion to go into executive session for the purposes of discussing pending litigation.
Favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Go into executive session, and we will adjourn from there. Good night. Be well.